Hi, welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game, or maybe a list of games. C for component, L for length, U for uniqueness, and E for ease. Today I'm continuing our lists of party games. And today's list is what I'm calling deduction slash guessing games, party games. So that it's different from a lot of my deduction games because those tend to be like sit down and they're more of a mysterious type of thing. This is deduction slash guessing party games. So those lists can be different because these you want to be able to have a lot of people take part at the same time and teach a lot of people very quickly. So let's get a clue about 5 deduction slash guessing party games. And I am doing these lists from oldest to newest. So the oldest one here is only 9 years old. So all of these are very recent ones. So if you're used to playing stuff like Scattergories and Balderdash and stuff like that, those are from the 80s. These are the oldest, 2013. And this one's called Concept. And that's basically what you're doing. You have a large board that has lots and lots of different pictures on it. And when it's your turn, you split up, well, you're not into teams. And this plays up to 12 people. In fact, they suggest the minimum would be, hold on, I saw it here on, oh, I'm just jiggling you around. 4 is the minimum. 4 to 12 people. And so it's 2 people at a time. 2 people are going to try and choose things on the board to have everyone else figure out what word is on the card what word they're trying to get you to say. For instance, you have easy, medium, and hard. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at those mediums and hards going, yeah, let's stick to the easy. But then even on the easy, you have 3 different words. So here they've chosen B, B-E-E. And so you have these different things that you can place next to a picture. And then the guessers are going to take those clues and put them together and try and come up with what is the word that you're trying to get them to say. In this case, they've zeroed out animal, yellow, black, small, and flying. So basically they're trying to get you to guess an animal that flies, that is small, and that is yellow and black. And of course they're trying to get you to guess B. So that is what Concept is. Now if somebody does guess B, then the people who did the information get points, and the person who guessed get points. After that, you move over to the next 2 people, and then they do one. And again, everybody else, including the last 2 people who were are also trying to figure out what word are they coming up, trying to get me to say. And that is the game Concept. And again, it plays 4 to 12 people. And the board is really, I mean, it's got, let me get it really, 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 really close so you can see some of the pictures there. So, yeah, it's like there's a lot of information there. You got colors and shapes and items and parts of the body and, smiley faces, all kinds of stuff. So that is Concept. Came out in 2013. It plays in about 40 minutes if you have a good group. I mean, if you have 4 people, I guess you could just go back and forth, you know, but until, I think it's until somebody gets a certain number of points. I can't remember how many points off the top of my head, but it's when somebody gets a certain number, or you've done it a certain number of times, you gotta figure out the winner. And any other information? Yes. It's probably currently, it's the oldest again, and it has a lot of heft to it, and several components and all those cards. It comes in approximately around $35, $36 is its price. So that's, how easy is it on your pocketbook? And that's about it. And that is Concept, which really they like to tell you what the name is all over the place. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is one that's on my wish list. I do not own it. It's called Decrypto. It came out in 2018, so it's really just maybe 4 years old. But it came out in 2018. Oh, my nose tickles. It plays up to 8 players, and basically you're trying to decrypt some information, and you're playing back and forth. It's I don't know so much about it, except that I've seen so many reviews about it and explanations about it that it got put on my wish list, my very long wish list. I have a lot of games on my wish list. I think my Amazon wish list has over 80, something between 80 and 100 games on it. My Board Game Geek wish list, because Board Game Geek, I can add games that aren't being sold on Amazon. Or ones that haven't even come out yet, that are coming out later this year. I think I have 163 on that wish list. So yeah, I've got a lot of games on the wish list, and trying to remember all the information about them. But Decrypto is literally words decrypting what is trying to be solved. So it is much more deduction. The concept is kind of deduction and guessing, but this one is more, pure deduction. You are getting information and deducing what this word is, or what order is the word from what the information you're getting. You are really deducing with this, and decrypting a secret word. Yeah. So anyway, I don't have that much to say about Decrypto, except that it's on my wish list because it really looks really interesting. It came out 2018. It takes 15, it's strange, they say 15 to 45 minutes. And that basically depends on how many people and how many times you want to, you're going to go back and forth. Now it is the next to the cheapest on this list of 5. It comes in at around $23. And that price point is a price point that I pay for games. I just have so many games that I really would like that I can't just buy them all immediately. It's just waiting for me to do it, since the other 4 in this that I'm showing you today I do own. So it's like I have a lot of party games and I have a lot of deduction / guessing games. So I keep on putting it off because I keep on telling myself, you have games to play. You need to get those played and played regularly, and then spend more money. But if you don't have any of these, getting a little bit of an idea about them can be helpful in choosing which one is going to be the first one you get. Okay, so number 3 is Wavelength. Wavelength. It's It's got this unusual pieces in it, so I'm gonna, oh, I hate to fight the box to open it. Anyway, it came out in 2019, and it had been on my wish list for about a year. Okay, I'm not even going to try. It just doesn't want to open right now. Okay, inside of it, you have a bunch of cards, and like one was, they're halved. One is good, bad, or kind, unkind, or things like that. The opposites type thing. And then it has this little plastic contraption, is what I want to call it. Now, in it, you have this range, and actually it's on both sides, so you can move it around and people aren't quite sure what you're doing with it. It has a range of, let me see, it's very small print, 2, 3, and 4, and 3 and 2. 4 being the dark blue in the middle. And what you do is, when it's your turn, you come up with a word or something that is in a range from good or bad. And it could be way good, way bad. Like, for instance, first thing that I thought of when it came to good and bad, it's like, if anyone knows me, they know when I say creamed corn, where it's going to be on this scale. And the scale is anywhere from here to here. So where on this scale will creamed corn be? Will it be all the way on the bad side or all the way on the good side? Or someplace in the middle? And so with this cover closed, everyone else has to discuss and decide where they think the little line should be. And then you reveal where it is and see if they guessed correctly. And for you who might be curious, for me, it would be way off on the bad side. It is one of the few vegetables that I despise. I have always despised it from the time I was a little girl. And it has nothing to do with it being a vegetable, because my 2 favorite vegetables as a child, and still 2 of my favorites to this day, is spinach and Brussels sprouts. So it's not like I don't like vegetables. I love vegetables, but creamed corn, I'm sorry, but no. No, no, no. I like corn. I love corn on the cob. Fresh corn, frozen corn. I'm not into canned any vegetable except for beets. And so anybody who knew me would know it'd be like way over there. Anybody who doesn't know me might say, well, she might really like it, or maybe she's okay with it. It's like, you don't know until it's revealed. And then, of course, you get the points depending on if you were in the range. And that is wavelength. In here, you get that little big plastic contraption thingy and a bunch of cards that have, half of the card is one thing, half of the other, and you show that card and then say whatever clue you have to where they will find. You're hoping. And say, it's a party game where 2 teams compete to read each other's minds. Yeah, you're not reading each other's minds. You're just trying to figure out, did they really like that or not? Or do they really think that or not? I mean, if I said Hitler, yes, bad. But I say creamed corn, and people who don't know me will go, does she like creamed corn? Doesn't like creamed corn? Is okay with creamed corn? Yeah. So that's wavelength. You're giving clues, and people are deciding where on this whole range they think that clue is sending them to. Okay. Number 4. I think this is the first one of all of these that I bought. and I've had it for a little while now. And I've done a review, individual review with this. In fact, I think it was like review either 7 or 11. 7, 11. Is it one of the earliest of my videos was for Q's and Q's. Very simple game. Let me see if I didn't tell you something about, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you some stuff about wavelength. Wavelength, 30 to 45 minutes, plays up to 12. It's a team sport though. And it is the next to the most expensive. It's $34. So it's about $34. Concept was 36, to crypto about 23, and now we come to Hues and Q's. Hues and Q's is a huge board of colors, of hues. And when it's your turn, you'll get a card that has 4 colors on it, and you mentally are going to pick one of those colors, and you're going to give a one-word clue. And everyone who's playing will take one of their little pawns and place it where they think that color, that clue is giving a color hint. And then the person who is it can decide, do they want to give another clue? If they do, they can give a 1-word or a 2-word clue this time. And then everyone takes another pawn, one of their pawns, and places it in a different spot, you know. And then the person who's it will take the coordinates that are on the card. This one is N13 and goes to, they really didn't do well. No, that's H13. Okay. Whew. I was here going, wait a minute, that's really bad. Okay, so somebody got right exactly on it. If you put this little cardboard thing around it, if it's right smack in the middle of it, because it will show 9 little squares of color. If you're smack in the middle, you get 3 points. If you're inside the square, you get 2 points. If you're touching the outside of the square, you get 1 point. The person who gave the clues will get a point for everybody who's inside of this square. And then you pass it on to the next person and you do the same and you keep on doing it. It plays 3 to 10 people. It is all about color, so this will not work with someone who's colorblind. But if you see color and you see color, it's a gorgeous game. Gorgeous board. It's beautiful. I've always thought it was just, I mean, the color, the board is what just got me. And the cover. I mean, look at that. This is what the board looks like. Again, it came out in 2020, in the middle of COVID. So if you hadn't heard of it, I will say though, at first, the first 6 months or so, it was hard to find because it would sell out so quickly. I mean, it sold out several times very quickly in stores and Amazon and Target, as well as the game stores and online. And it was just like everyone was selling out. And then some people were trying to gouge. It retails for $24.99 or $24.95, something like that. It's $25. You can get it at Target. You can get it at Amazon. It's $25. And it plays in about 30 minutes. It depends on how many people you have and how many times. If you have a few people, like up to 5, I think it is, you go around twice. Everyone has a second turn. If you have more than 5, you just go around once. And everyone has a turn, and then of course, if you really, really like it, then play it again. But you don't, you don't have to, but you can. And I've been in groups that go, oh yeah, who like to play lots of games, and so it was like we played it once and they really enjoyed it, and they want to play it another time on another day. They want to go, but then been with people who we play it once and then they're like, let's do it again, and we played it again. So yes, Hues and Cues is a beautiful game. It's a very simple game. You can teach someone this game in 1 minute. What that clue is, what color does that make you think of? Put your pawn there. There you go. I mean, it's like that. So Hues and Cues, 2020, plays in 30 minutes, plays up to 10 people, $25. And fifth, number 5, is one that is not always easy to find. And I came across it just by accident, and it's called Secret Squad. It is this small little box. Now, Secret Squad, in fact, I found it at Kohl's, of all places. Um, but it is available online, and I don't know if I've seen it in another store, but I have. Amazon had it for $10. So just so you know, $10. What I like about this is it's kind of a deduction, because what happens is everyone has a token, but at the beginning of the round, you're given a card, and without letting anyone else see, you look and see, are you on squad red or squad yellow? Team red, team yellow. And it's like, okay, and you just kind of like put that down. And then you have your token, and then a question comes out. And the card will have both a yellow and a red question. Very different questions. One side is yeah, yep, and the other side is nope. Yes or no. And then you mentally will answer that question for yourself. If you are on the yellow team, that card, the question you're being asked is, should pineapple be on pizza? But if you're on the red team, your question is, are you good at telling jokes? And then you put your token on yes or no for the color, the question on the color that you belong to. And once everyone does that, there's 3, you do that 3 times, 3 questions, and you answer your color's question. And then you go around and everyone tries to guess which team you're on, who's on their team, from the way you answered questions. But I think this would be great if no one knows each other, or great if everybody knows each other equally well. I think that would make it very easy to know someone really well. But this would be a wonderful icebreaker when you don't know anything about anybody. It's like, they said no. Did they say no to the pineapple on pizza, or did they say no to the not being able to, that they tell jokes well? Oh. But then you get to learn something about people. A second question, yellow, would be, do you believe in love at first sight? And the red is cake better than pie? And you're just answering just the question to the color team you belong to. And then after a round, after you've done the 3 questions and guessed, then they shuffle the yellow red team cards and hand them out, and now you might be on the same color team, or you might be on a different color team. And you do that again with 3 questions, and you do that 3 times, and that gives everyone a chance to get points depending on it. And it's so easy and compact, but it really has a great potential of deduction or guessing. Are they on my team, or are they on the other team? Did they answer the yellow questions, or were they answering the red questions? And that is Secret Squad. It's almost like social deduction, except that you're not really socializing as much. You're just putting your token there and saying yes or no, or whatever. So that is Secret Squad. It came out in 2021. And it takes 15 to 30 minutes to play, plays up to 10 people, and it costs $10. It's small, compact. It's by Game Right, and Game Right does a lot of decent quality games, but simple games, very family friendly, beginner friendly in games, and I have quite a few Game Right games. Yeah, I do have quite a few, and most of them are just small, compact games. So I mean, here's two right here. You're like, yeah, I'm looking, going, yeah, I got a few Game Right games, and so that is the fifth one in our series of deduction slash guessing party games. I hope this gives you a little bit of an insight as to some games that work really well with 8 to 12 people in this group. Most of them were 10 to 12 people, so when you know you're going to have a good number of people, these are all games that play well in a small crowd. Well, happy gaming to you and your family. God bless you and your family. And until next time, bye.